YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Now I'm seeing this become a trend all across YouTube. I don't want to say I'm the first one or the originator of this little movement right here, these TikTok style compilations on storage unit living, but I was one of the first ones. So if you're brand new to the channel, what's up? Show some love to your boy YT, man. And I'm seeing this grow. People are taking alternative means to living. Apartments ain't it no more. Storage units cost way less. It's giving people a moment to get back on their feet, or it's saving them from being out on the street. But if anything, this guy right here, he was the first video that I saw. He was the first one that I saw living in a storage unit, him and his girl. So if anything, he got this movement started. We give him the credit. But look, family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
I paid $50 for this whole little storage unit. It's pretty cozy and remarkable.
I'm living out of a storage unit right now. I have a dream and I want to make it work. Why am I living out of a storage unit? Because I have a dream to start my own business, and I may be crazy for doing it, but I don't want to give up on my dream. This is really important to me, and I'm really thankful that I have a wife and supportive family that is sticking with me, because this is undoubtedly the hardest thing I've ever done or been through in my entire life. I went from a beautiful, brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and I sold it all, and I'm now living in my parents' upstairs guest bedroom with my wife and 2 kids, and I gave up all that to be able to pursue something better. If there's one thing I've learned in the last year, it's that being comfortable and staying where things are familiar isn't great for personal growth. And so I've really gone all in. I want to try to be real with you all. I know there's a lot of people out there on TikTok that only show the easy side of things, but this is the truth. I'm living out of a storage unit. I really want to work toward my dreams and make an effort, try my hardest, and build something great. Follow along if you want to see me either make the biggest mistake of my life or make the best decision of my life. See ya.
Hi. How are you guys? Working off of a Get Marty tip, we found the Ashbaugh family living here in the storage unit. Actually, they have 2 units, and they've been living here for a while, for months.
You've been here a month?
At least. Well, actually, it's coming up on 2 months.
You're a strong woman.
Jacqueline Ashbaugh tells me it's been 2 months since her husband and 3 kids moved into this storage unit. No electricity, no running water, nothing but a space and metal doors, and they sleep here.
What do you do at night? You sleep this open?
No, we come in and we close it.
Doesn't it get hot?
That's why it's open right now. I can't have him sleeping in there with the doors closed. He'll overheat.
Peer back into the storage unit. You can see the mattress where the 5 members of the Ashbaugh family sleep every night, including 3 children, with the steel doors closed, no electricity, and no plumbing. It's illegal, and it's dangerous. The only light from a cell phone.
Phone light, yeah, but that kills the battery.
Jacqueline asked us for help.
They don't put it.
We immediately called the Allegheny County Department of Human Services. Sources tell me they made contact with the family. I'm also told the family is right now in emergency housing.
There's definitely hope and services available to them.
Abigail Horn is with the Allegheny Department of Human Services. She is not allowed to talk about the Ashbaugh case, but promises folks who ask get help.
There's definitely help available. Of course, individuals and families are all dealing with the challenges that life brings them. And so certainly families, households do find themselves in difficult situations.
No one believes a family of 5 should have to ever sleep in a room like this, inside a storage unit, under any circumstances.
Man, can you imagine being a family of 5? I'm saying, like, you being one of those 5 inside that storage unit is you and your family. Recently, we've been seeing individuals, just one person, or we've been seeing 2 people, like the guy and his girl. But 5, that's ridiculous, man. But that's all that they could do. It's better than being out on the street. It's better than not having nowhere enclosed to lay your head. At least they can close the door. They can save themselves from the outside world. I just like to look at the positive in everything, you see.
Okay, day 2 update of living in my unit. I was very hopeful yesterday that everything was going to be going good. But then last night, everything kind of went downhill. The power in the town I work in went out, and I marked a couple stores as closed because they were closed. Power is out, and DoorDash decided to deactivate me. I appealed it, and I can't get reactivated for at least 10 days, which means I can't make any money for 10 days, and I have about $26 to my name right now that I have to live on for the next at least 10 business days, not counting weekends or holidays. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do my best to just work through it and not have any more mental breakdowns like I have earlier. Have a blessed day, guys.
Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update. So it's been 2 years of me living out of a storage unit and in hotels. So I've averaged 220 room nights a year since I started doing this. It has been so fun for me. I think I'm just cut out for it. So living this nomad lifestyle has given me the opportunity to travel and see a lot of different things. I'm in Mexico right now at the Edition Hotel, and because of the ambassador status, I've been able to get upgraded to suites, which are about 1,200 square feet. So like, tell me that doesn't feel like your own apartment. I've been saving for my short-term rental in Charleston. If anybody knows that market, it's not inexpensive. So still on my journey. I have switched jobs here recently, so when I get back, I will start with a new company. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, to be continued. I have some other videos that I can share with you guys just about what I've learned from living out of a storage unit, but just wanted to give you a quick update.
All right, by live out of, I mean I have built this so that I can come and go super easily. So, it's super cramped in here. Follow along. Okay, we are in an 8x10 storage unit. I found a special where I could pay $55 a month. He ended up giving me a 4-month deal on that. And then it'll move to about $110 a month. This is what I've built out of it. My dresser is back here. You can see, like, I can totally get in it, get all my clothes, everything. This is my closet. I actually have a full-length mirror, and I have enough space in here to get dressed. My shoes are in there, more storage in there. I've been able to set this up a little bit like a living room. I've more storage stuff, some water, blanket. I've got a chair that I can sit in here and put my feet up. I built this up here for extra hanging, clothes, whatever. This is my kitchen. I can grab stuff, come and go, my cups, cooking, everything. Down here in my buffet is my pantry. This is terrible and hard in such a small space. My pantry down here is actually my bookshelves now, so I can pull these out, grab the books that I want, and go put them back. I created another little hallway going this way. I'm waiting on the rest of my pretty storage bins, but this is all my crafting stuff. If you know me, I craft and I sell stuff for extra money. And then we come back out here. Here's our little hallway still. Those 4 bins are literally just storage for someday if I have a house, I guess. I don't know. This is like my DVDs, board games, swimwear. As soon as you walk in, all my clothes are hanging right here. Back behind there is even more storage for like all my camping stuff. If you know me, you also know that I'm an extreme couponer. So here's all my product. Here's all my bathroom supplies. And, yeah, I did all of that extras, whatever, in a storage unit that I can just roll up in my car and do what I need to do and come and go as I please for $100 a month. So I don't have to pay $500 a month. I've just freed up $400 a month that I can put towards past debt. So maybe someday I'll have better credit and can qualify to buy a camper, so I'll have a home.
Now, I was going to say, I wonder why people that have a car decide to live in a storage unit, but when I put two and two together, especially looking at her storage unit, she has all of those belongings. She does not want to get rid of those belongings, nor will she be able to keep them in the car with her. Now, I do see hoarder cars. You see them sometimes, you be like, okay, I know they living in there. It's stuff everywhere. But that's just too much. You want to keep your car free. You can maneuver as you please. And then you got somewhere to lay your head as well. Even when you're doing car life, you got to find somewhere to park. Campgrounds cost for you to park there. That could add up more than the cost of a storage unit. And then you could be targeted too when you're in the car more than when you're in a storage unit. At least it's closed off. At night, you know you protected more than a car. Somebody could break in and steal everything, including your life. So I get it. I understand it. I do.
God of my salvation, kindness is before mine eyes, and I have. Oh, bring thou me out of my distresses, my soul with sinners. No, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. Ashamed which transgress, O my God, I trust in thee. Let me teach his way. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise. But God gave it to Abraham by promise. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made. And it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. Now a mediator is not a mediator of one, but God is one. Is the law then against the promises of God? God forbid. For if there had been a law given, which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law. But the scripture hath concluded, all under sin, that the promise by faith of Jesus Christ might be given to them that believe. But before faith came, we were kept under the law, shut up unto the faith which should afterwards be revealed. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster, to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. But after that faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster. For ye are all the children of God, by faith in Christ Jesus. For as many of you as have been baptized into Christ, have put on Christ. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female. For ye are all one in Christ Jesus. And if ye be Christ's, then are ye Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. God sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. And because ye are sons, God hath sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Ye observe days and months and times and years, to the gift of the grace of God given unto me by the effectual working of his power. Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
All praises to the Most High. He will not put you through more than you can handle. Everything happened for a reason. Sometimes it's just for a season. I'm liking her outlook. I'm liking her mindset. She was playing her Bible app. She didn't give up. She didn't lose hope. And now everything changed for her for the better. She leveled up and was able to get back on her feet. That's what I'm saying. These storage units kind of give people time. It gives them time to save. It gives them time to get their credit right. Some people said they just got to get their credit right so that they can get an apartment again. You know, that takes time. 6 months to repair it, 6 months to rebuild it. So that's about a year. Some people got to be in a storage unit for 6 months to a year. Hey, that time gonna go by anyway. It's gonna fly. Before you know it, you'll be back and better. But look, this next person right here actually got evicted out of the storage unit. This is why you want to be as low-key as possible. These videos can bring light to the situation, but at the same time, it can also put a light on you and it can have you be a target, because you do know that there are owners of these storage units and they don't want you there, and they're going to do what they can to get you up out of there. I'm just saying that's what it is. That's how I go. I'm just saying this is their business, and that's against the law. Living in a storage unit is against the law, but look, you got to do what you got to do. I feel you.
This tenant has been evicted from their storage unit because they were trying to live inside their storage unit, which is why all their stuff is here and they're packing it up right now. The way we figured out that this tenant was living on site is there's a few different things that we watch. When we check keypads, we see who is staying after access hours, and this tenant had done this multiple times. We also noticed that this tenant was leaving items outside of the unit and in the exterior hallway that were there. Soon after these things happened, we saw on the keypads and also the cameras that the tenant had stayed overnight, entered the facility at 8:08 p.m., and exited the facility the next day at 2:08 p.m. I sent out a warning to the tenant and I said, hey, we don't allow living on the property at all. That's against your lease. I quoted the lease in there. This is a one-time warning. We're not going to kick you out this time, but we will terminate your lease if this happens again. Unfortunately, the tenant had done a similar thing again, staying on the property a majority of the day and way after access hours, and was letting one of her friends doing things on the property that they shouldn't. So I reached out to the tenant again and I said, all right, everything's terminated. You need to come and pick up your belongings. I'm gonna have to meet you there on site. We're denying your access and we'll give you a 2-hour window to pick up your items. About a week later, last night, the fees were paid. This morning, the tenant called me, said that they rented a U-Haul and could meet me on site to retrieve all their belongings. Here's what it looks like in the storage unit. You can see a bed right there, all set up with bedding, and a sketchy looking loft that's built up with all the items on top. You can see a TV that's set up right there underneath this loft structure. There's candles on this table, which is a potential fire hazard. Coats are hung up over the door and multiple items on display. For those of you that are wondering why we don't allow people to live in a storage unit, even if it seems like maybe they're not causing a bunch of problems, it is illegal for us to allow people to live in storage units. They're not habitable. We're not providing the necessary things that they need for occupancy by law, so we have to terminate. It's for legal and also safety and security reasons. This tenant in particular was also allowing other activities that are definitely not allowed on this property to be happening. You can see there's some more progress made. They're going in and out of their unit, constantly loading things in the U-Haul. At this point, I've been on property with them for about 2.5 hours. I just walked over there and took a look inside. Basically, there's like the shelving, the loft thing that's left there. Most of the stuff's loaded up inside the U-Haul. It's been about 4 hours now, still waiting for her to finish up, and she's waiting on one of her friends to come bring a drill so they can take down the shelving, and then we'll be done. After about 30 minutes of waiting, another tenant that she had talked to that's moving out today volunteered and said that she would take down all this wood with her drill. I think that's where she was going to get the drill down. She asked if that was okay, and I said, yep, that's fine. So that way she can take off, and so I can leave as well. So after about 4.5 hours, this is what's left. And now I can leave the property.
Caught the tenant on camera. Had to kick the tenant out. Yo, family, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. This is the last one I'm probably doing storage units. I just wanted to do another one for y'all real quick. I know y'all enjoyed these videos. People have been living in storage units due to the cost of living crisis that we are currently going through in 2025, where it's hard to survive. And you got to get in where you fit in. You got to find a way out here. And the best way is paying $50 to $100 to live in a storage unit. You can't get nothing cheaper. You can't get nothing nowhere else for nowhere near as close. You're going to be paying thousands, or at least $600, $700, and that's going to be in the hood. That's going to be in the hood. That's going to be in a bad area. I appreciate y'all. Peace. And to my Hebrew family, shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.